watching out for you. A Fox 5 I-Team investigation.
Our I-Team has uncovered questionable spending going on at the Fulton County Animal Shelter.
The spending involves dozens of meals at expensive restaurants and hotels, as well as travel and fundraising activities. Since 2009, thousands of dollars have been spent that way by the nonprofit hired to run the shelter.
But as I-Team reporter Randy Travis shows us, despite the numbers, Fulton County administrators say you shouldn't be concerned. Randy?
Yeah, Amanda Russ, when the public's money is involved, you want to be able to see clearly how it's being spent. Yet our investigation not only turned up questionable spending, we discovered an accounting system allowed by the county that makes it even harder to follow your money. One thing's certain, David York likes to go out to eat. The president of Hound Village Foundation, the nonprofit that runs the Fulton County Animal Shelter, reported to the county spending money more than 250 times for meals and entertainment since the beginning of 2009. Most of the charges show no explanation why. Some of them are pricey restaurants, like Blue Ridge Grill, Buckhead Diner, Empire State South. Do you remember season 52 this year, just a few months ago? Remember who you took there?
I work all the time. I cannot tell you. I'll go look at the records and see, but I can't just tell you. I mean, I ate at Seasons 52 last night.
York owns a chain of successful pet daycare centers called Hound Village. 3 years ago, he formed Hound Village Foundation, a nonprofit that successfully won the annual $2.1 million contract to run the Fulton County Animal Shelter. The contract clearly says all fees, revenue, and donations must be used exclusively for animal control services. York routinely listed restaurant charges on his required itemized monthly reports. Can you promise that all those restaurant charges were done for official county business?
Well, they were done for fundraising or to thank someone or to we have employee meetings at some of these.
Here's one that says reservations WDW for $163 in February of this year. York couldn't say whether anyone had been to Walt Disney World. In January of this year, the debit card was used at a restaurant called Grill 83. The only restaurant we could find by that name is in Memphis. That same day, there's a charge at Home Chef Market, a gourmet grocery based in Tupelo, Mississippi. Have you been to Memphis lately?
I mean, this is, almost June. I don't know what, Randy, my life is much busier than yours is, obviously.
You can't remember if you've been to Memphis lately?
I've been to Memphis.
We counted 24 visits to Rocks, a restaurant around the corner from York's private business, 14 at Cow Tippers, 13 at Houston's, 7 stops at Alfredo's. Should restaurant charges be appropriate?
Restaurant charges are not covered under what is stipulated in the contract.
York also reported to the county spending a total of $1,000 at Style Transportation, a taxi and car service in Sandy Springs. Another $45,000 for fundraising. In fact, the I-Team added up all the charges the county says are not acceptable under the Animal Services contract. From the beginning of 2009 through March of this year, approximately $78,000. But here's the twist to this story. The Fulton County office that oversees the animal shelter is not upset with Hound Village Foundation. Not one bit.
It's in compliance, and that's the thing we want taxpayers to be clear on.
Not so clear? Even though the problem charges were listed on the required monthly reports, county administrators simply crossed them off. They assumed all those restaurant, hotel, and fundraising charges were paid with other money collected by Hound Village Foundation, donations separate from its contract at the animal shelter. Years ago, county auditors thought that might be an issue. So in the contract, Hound Village Foundation is required to keep all financial records maintained at all times separate and apart from the contractor's other independent operational expenses. But here's what happened. Fulton County allowed Hound Village Foundation to take all the money the county paid and any money the nonprofit collected separately and put it all in the same bank account. But administrators say, don't worry, despite how it looks, they can tell the difference. It's hard to be transparent the way you guys have this set up now.
Well, again, for someone that's not looking at this on a regular basis the way we've been charged with doing, that may be an issue.
Can you assure Fulton County taxpayers you know exactly how their money is being spent at the Fulton County Animal Shelter?
What we can assure them is that we are in compliance with the contract.
County auditors recommended 3 years ago that the books be audited annually, but it's never happened. Since the county records are so confusing, the I-Team took a look at the charity's most recent federal tax return. In 2009, Barking Hound Village Foundation reported donations of about $162,000. Most of that came from another charity to pay for a low-cost spay and neuter program and quarantine facility rental, leaving only around $32,000 to potentially cover those restaurant and hotel charges. Yet that same year, York's foundation also paid him a $51,000 salary, plus another $38,000 went to his private business as a management fee. If county tax dollars weren't used to pay for all those fancy meals and hotels, like a $376 stop at the Hotel Palomar, then where did the money come from?
The way you've calculated the numbers may not be the way we've calculated them. We're confident that our calculations are correct.
Tomorrow night, we look at the thousands of dollars spent by Barking Hound Village Foundation in a failed attempt to run the New York City Animal Services system. Where did that money come from? And why was it so hard to get a straight answer about that from David York? That's tomorrow night. And by the way, we've also posted all those monthly spending reports on our website so viewers can take a look for themselves and see how Barking Hound Village Foundation says it's spending its money. Just click on I-Team.
All right, fair enough. We heard the county representative say that they're confident that their calculations are correct. Is the county going to do an audit after you've raised these legitimate questions?
The last I heard is not at this time, even though the county auditor said 3 years ago a county audit should be done every year. 3 years have gone by, nothing's happened.
Well, it makes you wonder whether people who are donating to the charity, in addition to Fulton County taxpayers, will be content with the way this money is being spent.
Yeah, they should look at these monthly reports and decide for themselves, too.
Fair enough. Randy, thanks very much.